Police in Ferguson, Missouri have been found to have violated the constitutional right of protesters supporting Michael Brown. Now, back in August, police officers overseeing security at the protests ended up violating the protest's constitutional rights by instituting something called the Keep Walking Rule. Now, what is this Keep Walking Rule? Well, this rule essentially barred people from congregating on public sidewalks, even in public daylight. Now, they said they didn't originally say that this was going to be enforced in the daylight, but it ended up being enforced. Now, let me go into this, and I go to the Huffington Post. According to the Huffington Post, Chief U.S. District Judge Catherine Perry held that the practice of requiring peaceful demonstrators and others to walk rather than stand still violates the Constitution. She issued a preliminary injunction banning St. Louis County Police and Missouri State Highway Patrol officers from using the tactic. Quote, the evidence from plaintiff witnesses shows the police, including some of those from St. Louis County, told many people who are either peacefully assembling or simply standing on their own that they would be arrested if they didn't keep moving. Some law enforcement officers told people that they could stand still for no more than 5 seconds. That's not even enough time to catch your breath. Others gave instructions that people were walking too slowly. Oh, you gotta hurry it up. Faster, faster. Or that they could not walk back and forth in a small area. Sorry, no pacing. Some law enforcement officers did not make people keep moving. Others did. Some officers applied the strategy to reporters. Others did not. Many officers told people who were standing in small groups on the sidewalks during the daytime hours that they would be arrested if they did not keep moving. What I'm seeing here is a ununiform application of this so-called 5-second rule. Now, the ruling from Judge Perry says that individuals who wish to gather, quote, in the wake of the Michael Brown's tragic death, have a constitutional right to do so. She also noted that, quote, they do not have the right to endanger the lives of police officers or other citizens. Also correct. But she added that nothing in her order restricted the police officers to do their jobs. Now, remember Captain Ron Johnson, right? Now, he's went through and he calmed everything down, and he gets a lot of credit for that. But even Ron Johnson defended this practice by saying that this was not a violation of their rights. No, keep moving, keep moving. Now, as I said before, this wasn't supposed to be enforced in broad daylight. But since the officers weren't uniformly practicing this rule, they were doing it, some were doing it, some weren't doing it. There was a lot of confusion on this. So I can understand where Ron Johnson was coming from. But still, I'm very glad that the judge disagreed with his statement and said, no, that is a clear violation. It doesn't matter what was intended. It is still a violation of these protesters' constitutional rights, and it needs to stop.